All ophthalmologists are used to being asked, "What's an ophthalmologist?" For the average person, understanding what we do and the impact of what we do is almost as difficult as spelling the word ophthalmology. In years past, this was more an annoyance or amusement than anything else. However, in today's world of increased scrutiny over impact, outcomes, value, and healthcare reform, the question, "What's an ophthalmologist?" is much more important. If we can't project accurately what we do and the impact of what we do, we put ophthalmology and our primary public voice, your Academy, at a huge disadvantage. And the Academy bears primary responsibility to project our members and our profession to the public in the most helpful and understandable fashion. For instance, our public-facing eye health website, iSmart, reaches more than 1 million people each month. We want them to know that the information they're reading is created for them by ophthalmologists and why they should care. In the business world, this drives a process known as branding. We all recognize some of the iconic brands of our time, Apple, Google, and IBM, just to name a few. We also know that these, and most companies, periodically rebrand themselves to refine their value proposition to their potential customers and to highlight the impact of what they can achieve. They do it because it works. Done well, rebranding is about much more than a logo or a tagline. It refocuses everything a company does around the values expressed through its brand, and it drives strategy, tactics, communication, product design, and operations. It's now time for an ophthalmology strategic rebrand. Think about the Academy and the profession of ophthalmology. The Academy's roots were established nearly 120 years ago. Consider all that has changed in our profession and in the environment in which we practice. It was time to bring in professionals to critically reevaluate how the public views us, how we view ourselves, and to reframe how we should present ourselves, reflecting what we really do for patients and society. This is not a trivial process, nor is it an application of cosmetics or spin control. The Academy spent almost 18 months and thousands of staff and volunteer hours doing research and interviewing patients, hundreds of Academy members, policymakers, and business partners. We engaged a professional firm with experience rebranding Fortune 100 companies. The result is a refocused set of priorities to drive the view of our profession, of the Academy, and of the value each of us brings to our communities. You will see it prominent in our educational programs, communications, advocacy, and data sciences. Our objective is to better articulate the impact of what we do as ophthalmologists, not simply state who we are. The Academy's logo and tagline are the graphic representation of our profession's intrinsic promise and value. Think of the values associated with the Apple logo and the emotional response it engenders. That's the impact we're trying to achieve for your Academy and on behalf of our profession. The Academy's new logo was tested by more than 100 physicians. It conveys images resonant of the core impact of the profession. Some reviewers saw it as rays of light from a point source, others as high technology, others as light in the darkness, and others saw each ray representing one element of the diversity or complexity that is ophthalmology. Regardless, it is fresh and it is modern. The new tagline encapsulates the value of the brand. In our case, the promise of ophthalmology. It should be inspirational, protecting sight, empowering lives. It says what we do every day and highlights the life-changing impact of our skills. This is just a brief introduction to a complex initiative. What you see here in the logo and the tagline, is a graphic representation of a fundamental and transformative process. In the coming months, you'll learn more about this rebranding initiative and how it will advantage each member, the public, and our profession.